Iron Banner is back this week, and I think it's high time that we got an upgrade to the current out-of-date, old-fashioned legacy loot system that Lord Saladin has. Well, today I'm going to look at what's wrong with the current Iron Banner loot system, plus a potential improvement, and also get your thoughts on what you want to see from an Iron Banner loot revamp in the future. Well, if you're new around here or find this useful, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below for all the latest Destiny 2 content, and turn on notifications by hitting that bell. And roughly 98% of viewers who watch This Week in Video Games aren't subscribed, so subscribe today and never miss an update. Well, first of all, let's check out what's wrong with the current Iron Banner loot system. So, Iron Banner has been with us since Destiny 1, and it's evolved little over the years. So now, with Trials of Osiris getting lots of love this season, in Season of the Lost, the legacy loot system we have with Iron Banner is really starting to show its age. You know, one great thing about Iron Banner is the pinnacle bounties. These are great if you're leveling up at the start of the season, but outside of the bounties, it's really hard to think of a current positive with the system that we have right now. Now, it's almost a victim of its own success, so Bungie has actually added or brought back a bunch of weapons in Beyond Light and added them to Iron Banner. So checking out some of the loot that we've got recently, so we've got the Guiding Sight, that's a scout rifle, the Forward Path, that's an auto rifle, the Fool's Remedy, that's a sidearm, the Steady Hand, that was an awesome hand cannon that really dominated in the Crucible. We got the Finite Impactor, that's another hand cannon, the Occluded Finality, that's a sniper rifle, the Archon's Thunder, that was a machine gun, the Reese Walker, the very, very popular shotgun, the Peace Bond sidearm, and the Forge's Pledge pulse rifle, and the last two there are new in Season of the Lost. Well, Bungie also introduced a new Iron Banner armor set for the first time in a long time in Season of the Lost with the new Iron Forerunner armor set. Well, the main problem that I can see is the sheer size of the loot pool combined with the antiquated token system. So to get loot, you have to play Iron Banner, normally complete a quest from Lord Saladin, where he usually gives you the new seasonal weapons throughout the quest, and then you collect Iron Banner tokens by playing Iron Banner matches. You then exchange the tokens at Lord Saladin for Iron Banner loot. However, the loot pool is so big that getting the weapon that you actually want is very, very slim. So let's say, for example, you really want a decent roll of the Reese Walker shotgun. So given it's in a loot pool of 10, maybe it's more than this, it's just an illustration, then you've got a 1 in 10 chance for the weapon to drop for you when you hand in those tokens, and quite often you could play hours and hours of Iron Banner only to get the weapons that you really don't want, or worse, duplicates of those weapons. So what we really need is some kind of focusing system where you can have some element of choice over the loot that you want, much like we have now in Trials of Osiris. Well, let's have a quick reminder of the Trials of Osiris loot system. So Bungie, they've been really busy with Trials in Season of the Lost, running many experiments and also delaying the launch of Trials this season, completely revamping the loot system after months of stagnation in Trials of Osiris. Here we've got the perfect template for Lord Saladin to copy, and that is the current loot system implemented with Saint 14 for Trials. So, let's pause for a moment and have a look at some of the benefits of the current Trials system. So first of all, we've got the ranks. So Saint 14 has a reputation system which you can rank up by playing Trials. At each rank up level, you get a Trials engram, and at various points on the rank up system, you get rewards including Trials loot, and upgrade materials like Prime engrams, upgrade modules, enhancement prisms, and also an Ascendant shard. Then we've got the Trials engrams themselves, so you get your own specific Trials engrams in Trials of Osiris, which can either be handed into Rahul for random Trials loot, or you can focus them, plus some materials at Saint 14, and buy the specific loot that you want. And Trials engrams also drop from the end of matches if you're lucky, or when you've gone flawless. I think the main benefit is the next one, it's the choice of loot. So this is the biggest and the best feature of the Trials loot revamp. Previously in Trials of Osiris, there was set loot for the week by winning 3, 5 and 7 matches. There was also the weekly bounty where you get the 3-win reward after 5 or 10 games, win or lose. But now all of that seasonal loot is available every week from Saint 14, and it may be a lot easier to get the weapons that you want, but you're still going to be rolling the dice on the specific roll of that weapon. There's a lot of difference between the average roll and the god roll for all of those weapons. Well, taking that all into account, let's have a look at how we could apply that to Iron Banner. So what I've done, I've mocked up Lord Saladin's reward screen in terms of what a Trials of Osiris loot system could look like if implemented in Iron Banner. And do forgive me, I'm not a graphic designer. I just pulled all the assets out and created something that looks like the trial screen, but hopefully you get my gist. So first of all, I'd love to see the introduction of Iron Banner engrams. So Iron Banner engrams seem like a no-brainer to me. So these are engrams that are only scoped to Iron Banner loot and can be handed in at Rahul for a random piece of Iron Banner loot, or traded into Saladin with some other materials for a choice of Iron Banner weapons or armour. Then we've got the rank up system, so we should have a rank up rewards bar much like we have at Saint 14 and Lord Shaxx. So at rank 10 and at rank 16 you get Trials of Osiris weapons on that current system, and we could simply swap those out for Iron Banner weapons, and I've done that with the Peace Bond and the Forge's Pledge, as you can see in the illustration there. So maybe each season they could showcase the seasonal weapons there, but I would really like to see keeping the materials like the Prime Engram, the upgrade modules, the enhancement prisms, and also the Ascendant Shard too. Well, next up we've got the choice of Iron Banner loot, and I would have all of the Iron Banner loot available for Guardians, allowing players to hand in their Iron Banner engrams, plus materials in exchange for Iron Banner weapons and armour. So given we've got a bunch of Iron Banner weapons, it might be worth curating the Iron Banner loot set here. So for example, you may not have all the Iron Banner weapons, but a selected curation, much like we have in Trials at the moment. And you'll notice there on the illustration, I've got a bunch of weapons and I've also got the Iron Banner armor set too. So this one I haven't illustrated, but it might be a good idea, so it'd be great to see some legacy loot. So I would add a legacy loot section, which offers armor from seasons gone by. You know, there's been loads of really fantastic and creative Iron Banner armor, and the fact that you can only get one Iron Banner armor set per season, I think they are missing a trick there. I think that would be a really good motivation for players to jump into Iron Banner every time it comes around. And finally, I've got the bounties, so I would keep the bounties system as it is at the moment, so you get those pinnacle rewards and it's a great way to level up. So this is particularly good at the start of a season when you want to get into a new activity, so Iron Banner comes in clutch and allows you to level up nice and quickly. So final thing here, I haven't illustrated this, but I would remove the Iron Banner quest. You know, this has players running around Iron Banner, playing with an array of weapons. You know, sometimes I do appreciate having to use weapons a little out of my comfort zone, but the quest steps where you have to get kills with heavy weapons, well, that one is a big no-no from me. Now, with the revamped loot system in place, I really don't think we need the Iron Banner introduction quest, so I would do away with it altogether. So I think the main thing that we need to address here is player choice and the size of the loot pool. So if the loot pool is going to remain large, then we may need a way of focusing down on the loot, much like we have in Trials of Osiris with those Trials engrams and that choice of loot. So I think the implementation of a rank up system similar to that of other vendors plus Iron Banner engrams could really do the trick and help improve the Iron Banner loot system overall. At the moment, it's really hard to get what you want, and my motivation to play season over season is just dwindling away. Well, that is about it, and how I'd improve the loot system in Iron Banner to bring it more in line with Trials of Osiris. But let me know down in the comments what you think, and also let me know your ideas for improving the Iron Banner loot system. Well, that is it for this look at possible improvements to the Iron Banner loot system based on Trials of Osiris. And as always, thank you so much for watching. For more Destiny 2 content like this, hit that subscribe button down below and subscribe to This Week in Video Games. If you want to join the community, check out the Discord link in the description, or you can follow me on Twitter at TWIVG Podcast. If you enjoyed this video, found it useful, liking and sharing the video really helped me out. Otherwise, check out the other videos on the channel. Thanks again. I'll see you soon.